Hello, 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 and welcome back to another exciting, delightful, and tantalizing podcast of Chakras and Cusswords. And if you're new here, hello, I welcome you. Let me introduce myself because everybody who has already been here already knows who I am, but newbies, the new cosmic bodies, you don't know who I am. My name is Catherine, and I am the podcast host. I'm the creator of this lovely podcast. And over here, we center on everything energy. So you might hear me say the word energy like 20 zillion times. I apologize, but not so much because that's really what I concentrate on. I consider myself an alchemist. So I'm not like an astrologer. If you want to listen to an astrologer, there's tons of amazing astrologers out there. But here I just kind of blend the energy into a big old dish of alchemy and dish it out. And that's astrological energy, energy of the collective, personal energy, interpersonal energy, frequencies, everything. Boom. Here it is. Wow. Next episode. Okay. So welcome. Today we are going to talk about the full moon in Taurus, all about pleasure, power, and transformation, coming into a nice blend of real fucking big moon magic. This is a super big ass moon. And it's really like centered around spiritual healing and the energy of taking in movement of magic. So today, what can you say? The full moon in Taurus, it's beautiful. It's a cosmic moment that brings us centered around that root chakra because the energy of the Taurus is all about the root chakra. And then also the energy of transformation and the movement of the throat chakra. So understanding our core message and allowing ourselves to dive into that message and also allowing ourselves to give that message to not just our external, but also to our internal. So let's really set the moon. The sun is in Scorpio. Okay. And we only get Scorpio season once a year. So it's like a big deal. And Scorpio season, I would also say with Scorpio season, I feel like everybody wants to wear black. Apparently brown is really in trend this year for fall. But if you can get some black silky pajamas, get something very mysterious, deep, and sexy. So if there's any men listening to this, I want you to go out and get your lady some black lingerie. Matter of fact, maybe even some dark red, really tantalizing, beautiful, cosmic, mysterious. Yeah, get her some silky panties. So the sun is in Scorpio and is deep into the mystery. It's very mysterious. It's all about the emotional waters. And while the moon really shines bright in Taurus, this energy is a steady. And you guys already know, if you've listened to my zodiac, to the astrology series, I already told you guys what Tauruses are all about. They're about fucking being a foodie and they're about fucking. A Taurus loves to fuck and they love to eat. So it's definitely a steady, sensual movement that is really craving a little bit of peace, but also excitement. So when these two energies get together, it's two fixed energies, right? So a little bit stubborn, but they stand opposite from each other. They are opposite, but they're kind of similar, where they're pulled between two different worlds. The Scorpio can't help that they're dark and mysterious, and the Taurus can't help it. The Taurus cannot help it that they're a little bit of a workaholic. They're steady, they're sensual, and they're very rooted, while the Scorpio is super mysterious. They both crave peace, and these two energies kind of balance it all together. This full moon always represents the energy of accumulation, the time that has been manifesting since the last moon, since the last new moon really made its peak. It's emotional, it's revealing, and it's sometimes just downright fucking messy. But it's also beautiful because this is where the truth rises to the surface, the energy of the water coming to a shore, where it's called to release what no longer serves us. But if that is boring, who wants to release what's no longer serve us? Just get downright to having some sex. I would definitely say that this energy is all about some sex magic and also some energy of creating wealth. So two energies I would like to work with would definitely be areas around abundance and also areas around intimacy. So the Taurus energy wants us to slow down and reconnect to what is simple and what is tangible pleasures, what's meaningful, what's right there for us. It's the touch, it's the taste, it's the comfort, it's the stability, it's the self-worth. It's about the body, the senses, and creating something that feels very rooted. Now, this could be used in energies of root magic or energies of creating stability with a partner or creating stability with self. But the Scorpio, on the other hand, whispers, don't get too comfortable, bitch. I know you want to, but don't. Understand that anything can change, right? Anything can transform. So don't get too comfortable because transformation is calling. The Scorpio asks us to look beneath the surface, to face what has been buried so fucking deep down in there, and heal through intimacy. Now, this is when the sex magic comes in, taking that time of what's vulnerable and what's shedding the truth. Like the snake sheds their skin, so does the Scorpio. We have to see that we could be vulnerable at a moment to find our energy of truth. This full moon illuminates in the energy of 13 degrees. I'm not making this up, guys. I'm really not, cosmic baddies. It's in 13 degrees. And if anything doesn't say freaky, it's 13 degrees. This full moon illuminates the sacred tension of one between holding on and letting go. So this moon is occurring literally at 13 degrees and 23 minutes of Taurus. And it is happening on November 5th of 2025 at 8:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Did I read that right? Is it? I gotta pull up the chart again. Yes, 8:19. I'm like, is it really? It really is. So we see this energy speaking to us. It's powerful. It's for exploring our emotional desires, our values, and our relationships, especially for those who need to get a little bit more focused on security and sensuality. So ask yourself, no, really fucking ask yourself, what am I holding on to that no longer, I don't want to say serves me because I feel like I've said that 1,000 times, but what am I holding on to that no longer feeds me? Feeds my darkest desires, feeds me in the energy of abundance, feeds me in the energy of like having that magnetic movement. Where am I ready to bloom? What is it about me that's really ready to bloom? What am I ready to bloom into? The Scorpio's ready to bloom into a bigger and badder Scorpio. The caterpillar blooms into the butterfly. What are you ready to bloom into? And how can I create a balance between comfort and growth, peace and passion? Now remember, the Taurus is about grounding us. It's real. The Scorpio teaches us how to rise from the ashes, the phoenix, the energy of transformation. After every obstacle has been thrown at us, how do we make movement? Together, you could really build the energy of magic and sensuality. So definitely take this time to stay focused on what it is that you are centered around in your area of release and peace. So I'm going to pull a couple cards for the collective. So for the fire signs, if you're a fire sign, you're Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, this is a time for you to work on money magic. Put the energy around movement towards wealth. Also, I feel some wealth is coming your way. So I'd really want you to be focused forward. For the water signs, if you are a water sign, that means that you're a Scorpio or a Pisces, and you're also a Cancer. So I definitely feel like there's some new voyage coming your way. And there also seems to be like a little bit of challenges, maybe around discipline. So you're going to want to get a little bit more focused with that. But you're also going to be very pleasantly surprised with how fruitful you are in creating new movement. But I definitely feel like there's been some challenges. You just have to have a little bit more faith in yourself. Sometimes one of the best things to say is like affirmations, especially to yourself. Like, yes, I could do this. Yes, I could keep moving. Or realigning yourself with gratitude. It can be challenging to realign yourself with gratitude. Trust me, I freaking suffer with that sometimes. So definitely realign yourself with gratitude if you feel like all you've been seeing is negative, but stay on the path that you're on. Especially if you've been feeling like giving up, stay on the path you're on and continue to move forward with resilience. For the earth signs, if you are earth sign, that means that you are a Capricorn or you are a Taurus or even a Virgo. Definitely transformation. Close it, kill it, destroy it. I definitely feel like this chapter is about transformation. Something big needs to be let go of. Something downright fucking real big needs to say goodbye. I mean, it could be old cycles, old friendships, old relationships, limiting self-beliefs. I also kind of feel like there's somebody lurking in the shadows that is kind of like a friend of me. Time to get rid of them. Time to get them out of here. Say goodbye, let it go, let it die, and walk away. Walk away. Also, if you are an air sign, that means that you are an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. This is a good time for you to understand that you have a good heart, you're very pure, you're very resilient, but you've definitely been fighting a little bit. You also need to work around the energy of the solar plex and also staying focused on your next move. Now, I do feel like there may have been like some backstabbers or somebody who you thought was a friend who isn't a friend, and you're just going to have to move past that energy. Also, I think that somebody has kind of been, I don't know how to say this, giving you the evil eye. So I would definitely do some clearing magic and protection magic too. I would also be focused on seeing the energy of peace. So if you've been feeling like there's been a lot of turmoil, you're going to need to set some intentions around peace. Peace is a big focus with this movement. And sometimes we just have to say, sayonara, let it go, and move forward. So I want to thank everybody for listening to this episode. Please like, comment, and share. And don't forget to send this podcast to your witchy bestie. And everybody have an amazing day. Bye.